I'm here with one of the coaches for Michael Tiger Claycomb. Rage. We see you all the time, Rage, and we love seeing you, brother. What can you tell me about Michael Claycomb?
What can I tell you about Michael Claycomb?
Yeah.
We're debating, is it Tiger or Sugar Bomb? I lean towards Sugar Bomb. What I can tell you about Claycomb is about 4 years ago, he was brought into Black House by Chenzo and Lyoto Machida.
Wow.
So that should tell you something.
Wow.
This kid has been chomping at the bit, ready to fight, and COVID hit us, so we were on the card for FightersRep.
That's right.
And then it fell apart. So he is ready, and we are going to see the application of real traditional Shotokan karate in a combat setting, and it's going to be fire.
I can't wait to see it, man. Thank you so much, Coach. Ladies and gentlemen of Knucklehead Nation, Michael Tiger Claycomb, how are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, man. Good, Mike. We're very excited to finally, be able to match you on a card. You're going to be competing at FightersRep August 13th. Before we get started, I want you to tell the people of Knucklehead Nation, who is Michael Claycomb?
Well, I started karate when I was, I think, four or five, and I've been doing karate with my father up until now. I'm 20. I'm going to be 21 in August. So I've been doing karate for 16, 17 years.
Wow.
I grew up doing tournaments, so everything I do is karate based. I joined Black House about 2 years ago in summer of 2019. I've been doing some wrestling, doing some jiu-jitsu, getting my ground game on point.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to kick some butt. I don't want to say anything wrong.
But you're going to be making your debut, right? You've done karate tournaments here and there, but you've never fought before.
No, yeah.
You're only 20 years old, like you're saying, you've been training, getting ready. How has COVID kind of impacted you? I know you've been wanting to fight for a while now. You haven't been able to find a fight. How did that impact you?
Majorly, actually. So I was going to fight in March of 2020, but obviously COVID hit. And it was kind of a blessing in disguise because I was going through some mental and emotional problems, and then COVID kind of just made it worse. But it didn't kill me, and I kind of grew as a person, and I conquered a lot of my own personal obstacles. And I look back at it back in March, looking for a fight. I don't think I would have been ready as of now. Like I feel so much like a different person from March to now.
Yeah.
And COVID kicked me in the butt, but now it's my turn to kick other people in the butt.
What was it that was kind of giving you a hard time? Was it the fact that you couldn't find a fight? Was it just life? What was going on?
It was a little bit of life. It was also not being able to find a fight too, because I trained since October looking for a fight, and then finally March came, I got a fight. So I've been training through the grind for 5 months straight, and it kind of just took a tear on my body.
Yeah.
Also, I was kind of scared. I still had this kind of fear. I was too scared to hurt anybody or get punched myself.
Yeah.
And COVID kind of grew from that. I changed, and now I just don't care. I'm ready.
Yeah. Well, if you're training at Black House, I'm assuming that the fear of getting punched in the face is gone at this point.
Oh, at this point, after getting hit so many times, you get used to it. You eat gloves for breakfast all day. So
yeah. Well, your path is not really the traditional path to MMA, right? Most guys, I feel like that go into MMA and striking in general are wrestlers or maybe something else. You're a karate base.
Yeah.
And is the trajectory to go into MMA? Is it to go into kickboxing? What's the final goal for you, I guess?
So obviously, money is everything. It's a lot, I would say. But for me, when talking about MMA specifically, you think of the 5 pillars like jiu-jitsu, wrestling, boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, and I kind of want to give karate that should be the 6th pillar, I have a little bit of pride trying to prove karate can work in MMA. Obviously, Lyoto did it.
Wonder Boy Thompson,
Thompson, MVP, Raymond Daniels, all those guys. But I want to be the next to kind of prove that too. Kickboxing is also something I want to do. I want to eventually become a champion in that. I would love to because I don't have to worry about grappling. But there's a little pride when it comes to MMA because everyone's like, oh, karate doesn't work. You can just take them down and just ground and pound. And it's like, no, like karate can work. And I want to, give that respect for karate.
For sure, man. That sounds awesome. And kickboxing kind of came from karate.
It came from
so,
karate.
Yeah, so I like to feel like you definitely have a path here at Fighters Rep if you want to.
I'm totally stoked about it.
If you want to pursue that, for sure. You mentioned your karate background. I mean, your father owns a dojo, right? So you've got a karate pedigree. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, my dad's been training karate since like 80s, 90s. And he came to the States and opened up his dojo, and ever since I was in diapers, I can remember just doing punching and stuff. And it's really cool because I know not a lot of people, like I see people in Black House, they have it hard, they're away from their family, sometimes they're having a hard time looking for coaches, and I don't have those issues, and at first I took it for granted, but after being here for some time, I've come to appreciate my father a lot more than I did in the past, and I truly am appreciative and grateful for that.
It's a great thing, but it's also, I feel like it's nerve-wracking, right?
Yeah.
To have your father as your coach.
It's hard to distinguish father between coach, and even though even when you do find that separation of, oh, this is my coach, you still have that, oh, I want to make my father proud. I don't want to let him down. I don't want to let the family down. So it's a little, it's a little challenging, but it's definitely, a blessing.
And I couldn't imagine his feelings knowing his son's out there and could possibly get hurt. I mean, that's got to be tough on a dad.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't know. Obviously, I'm not a father, but I can imagine he's probably every time I get punched, no, don't hit my son.
Sure. Shout out to Yusuf Claycomb. What's the name? Let people know a little bit about the dojo. Where is it at and what's it called?
So the dojo, our dojo's in Fontana, San Bernardino, California, San Bernardino County, and it's called Claycomb Martial Arts, CKA. My dad originally trained in the Middle East and then came over here and started his own dojo. And at first it was just traditional Shotokan, but then over the years it kind of transitioned to, okay, how do we apply this to make it formidable for actual combat, not just self-defense, because originally karate is just for self-defense. It wasn't a sport.
Right.
And so you kind of, okay, how do we apply it for self-defense and a little bit more for a combat sport as well? And that's kind of the direction that we take.
Very cool, Mike. Oh, listen, very excited to have you on, man. I'm glad you're finally, getting a fight. Hopefully it goes through and everything goes smoothly. What can people expect from Tiger Claycomb on August 13th at Fighters Rep 10?
Expect the unexpected. I say this a lot, expect the unexpected. I'm not trying to look like any other karate guys that people have seen before. I'm trying to, be my own self. And one thing I'm constantly reminding myself is do something that no one's ever going to think of that's going to come at them. So expect the unexpected.
Love it, man. And anyone you want to shout out or where can people follow you on social media and the like?
Well, shout out to you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you, bro.
My Instagram is michaelclaycomb.mma. You can follow me there. I post pictures and stuff about my training here at Black House, stuff at my dojo, and obviously shout out to my dojo itself, Claycomb Karate Academy, and my father. Shout out to people in the Middle East, Bahrain to be exact, all my family and friends and fellow representatives over there. So I'm blessed to have this opportunity, and I really can't wait. I am super stoked.
Awesome, man. Can't wait to see you, ladies and gentlemen, of Michael Tiger Claycomb.